The Secret of NIMH is a children's novel written by Robert C. O'Brien, which was later adapted into an animated film. The story follows a timid and intelligent field mouse named Mrs. Brisby who lives in a hidden burrow on a farm with her 4 children. Mrs. Brisby's youngest son, Timothy, falls ill with pneumonia and is too weak to move, which poses a danger to him as the farmer is preparing to plow the field where their home is located. Mrs. Brisby seeks help from her neighbor, Mr. Ages, a wise old mouse who is a skilled healer. Mr. Ages informs Mrs. Brisby that she must move her family to safety before the plowing begins. However, Timothy's illness makes it impossible for him to leave the burrow, and Mrs. Brisby is advised to seek assistance from the rats of NIMH, National Institute of Mental Health. The rats are known to be intelligent and have been the subject of experiments at the institute, where they were given injections that enhance their intelligence. Mrs. Brisby is initially hesitant to seek help from the rats, as they are rumored to be dangerous and have a reputation for stealing food from the farm. However, she eventually decides to visit the rats' colony and meets their leader, Nicodemus, who reveals that the rats escaped from the lab after the experiments and have been living in the wild ever since. Nicodemus tells Mrs. Brisby that the rats plan to leave the farm and seek a new home, where they can live peacefully without being hunted by humans. Mrs. Brisby discovers that the rats plan to move using a large metal object, which turns out to be a farmer's plow. The rats have been secretly dismantling the plow and plan to use the parts to build a new home in a nearby valley. However, the plan is threatened when Jenner, one of the rats, opposes Nicodemus' leadership and plans to kill him and take over the colony. Mrs. Brisby helps the rats in their struggle against Jenner and his followers, using her wit and bravery to turn the tide of the battle. In the end, the rats successfully move to their new home, and Mrs. Brisby returns to her burrow with her family, having made new friends and allies in the rats of NIMH. Overall, The Secret of NIMH is a tale of adventure, friendship, and overcoming obstacles, showcasing the power of intelligence and determination to overcome seemingly insurmountable challenges.